Now you have a really good solid background. You're an alum of Second City, which is the iconic place that's known as like the breeding ground for SNL. It's where Lorne Michaels comes and like scoops up everyone and throws them against the
Hmm.
SNL wall and see who sticks. So what? And I know that that place is famously white because improv is a famously white space, with the exception of Nick Cannon's show Wild and Out.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
improv is very,
Yeah.
very white. How did it feel for you to be at Second City? Did you ever feel like, did you ever feel the racial tension of being one of the only ones? Because I know that I know a lot of people that have done SNL that are black, and they've said that, a lot of times, the comedy is just different. A lot of shit that they think is funny, we don't think is funny, and vice versa. How was your stay at Second City?
I have to say it's what a lot of what you said. It's not in a way. It's like it's not just unique to me. I did have some of those same experiences, and I think
Mm-hmm.
it can be disheartening. I can remember when I first started off. Like, first of all, you have to take classes. Those classes
Mm-hmm.
are expensive, and especially if you're
Yeah.
starting off in your 20s, and maybe you bring college bills with you. Like, you don't
Yeah.
have time to do that. So that already knocks a lot of people out of the game. So I wasn't in a position where my family was like, we're going to pay for you to just get another education taking these comedy classes in an empty room. Girl, are you nuts? No.
Right.
So, I can remember taking classes, but also having to, like, I think I had to work for a scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
And in those classes, slowly but surely, it would be less and less people who look like me. And then I think what
Mm-hmm.
you said is really important is that it's not even about finding what they think is funny and finding what I think is funny, what black people think is funny, but rather it's the valuing it and saying that this
Mm.
is just as important even if I don't understand it. So
Right.
we know when a white person is crying, singing "I got friends in low places." We know what they're feeling, and we value that.
Right.
And we're like,
Yeah.
okay, y'all are having a moment at this bar. But
Right.
to say the things that I think are funny are not important, or could you tone that down, or don't do so much. That's
Mm.
that's not inclusive. That's not a spirit of
Yeah.
inclusivity. That makes
Yeah.
me feel like what I'm doing is lesser than, and that's one of the things I love that I'm always trying to promote in my work at Mixfish or any place else, which is what I value and what I think is funny. Our culture, it's important. It's a touchstone.
Yes.
It's
But it's
trend
great that
setting,
you're at
and
but that's why it's so great that you're at a Kenya Burris in his universe. So your purview is very important. Your sensibility is seen as important and it's integral.